You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, featuring the Interactive Interview, courtesy of WrestlingEpicenter.com. Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. Joining us on the Newsmaker line is the promoter of East Texas Wrestling Association. He is a wrestler in his own right. He is Cowboy Mike Andrews. Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
It's such a pleasure to have you on. And, of course, we're having you on for the man of the hour that we're talking about. Everybody wants to come together and raise money to help out Black Bart, the world-class legend, former world champion. I guess my first question for you is, what made you decide to put this together for Black Bart?
Well, Black Bart, he trained me, and he also trained my dad, so I'm just pretty much paying it forward, to him, because of the wrestling business. He's a brother, so.
Very good. And you've put together quite the cast of characters that are going to be coming in for the event.
Yes.
A lot of them are guys that were in World Class and in Global with Black Bart throughout his career. Did you want to talk a little bit about some of the guys that will be coming in for the event on August 12th?
Well, we've got Jack Victory coming in, Scott Casey, Scott Putsky, Rod Price, Hollywood John Tatum, Team Extreme, Kit Carson, and also Chris Germany.
Awesome.
And
very good. And you're having this it's at the Civic Center. Is it the so that's a pretty big venue. How is everything going with ticket sales, and where can people get tickets for the upcoming event?
They're going pretty good. They can go to Ticket Bud, and it's under Black Bart Benefit Show through Ticket Bud. And then also Cash App and at the door.
That sounds great. And of course,
as far as ticket sales, they're going pretty good. We probably sold over $1,000 worth of ticket sales, just in the last week or so.
Oh wow, that's awesome! I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And you said that you're a second-generation wrestler. Was it your dad that attracted you to get into the pro wrestling business?
Yes. I was about 6, 7 years old, and the first time I seen him wrestle was with Kerry Von Erich.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And would that have been for World Class then at that point, right?
Yes. He was wrestling at the Northside Coliseum.
That's amazing. So I asked John Tannen this a little earlier, but what do you think of them doing a movie, a feature film on the life of the Von Erichs and the Iron Claw, if you will?
Yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good movie. Of course, they've talked about making a movie and stuff like that, which I think is supposed to be released. Actually. James Beard was talking to me about it a couple of weekends ago when we was driving to Louisiana to do a show.
Yeah, they did it, and I think they not only do they have Hollywood actors in it, but there's some wrestlers that are going to be in it too. MJF is going to be playing one of the Von Erichs as well, so that's pretty pretty cool that it's going to be all tied into the wrestling here.
Yeah.
So I mentioned in the beginning that you're the promoter for East Texas Wrestling Association. When did you put that all together? Because it's not just the Black Bart show that you do.
Well, I've done a lot of benefit shows and stuff like that, and I pretty much put it together probably about 5, 6 years ago, and I've done just like I said, several benefits and stuff like that, and then I've had phone calls and stuff, a guy want me to do a show for children with autism.
Autism cares and things like that, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so you've seen Texas wrestling through the years. You saw it in the days with World Class, and you've seen it now. There seems to be always a nostalgia. People want that style of wrestling, that kind of down and dirty Texas, forgive my phrasing, but wrestling. That people want that still. Are you finding that the case, and is that what we can expect to see with East Texas?
Yes, that's what you'll expect with East Texas Wrestling Alliance.
There you go. All right, so you mentioned how much Black Bart means to you a little earlier, but here we are, we're getting to be just about 2 weeks away from the event.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, here we are. It's coming up close. Any final thoughts as we head into the big event for Bart? And what does he think of the festivities? Have you spoken to him about it?
Yes, I've spoken to him. As a matter of fact, when I was actually putting all this stuff together and all that, we kind of kept it under the radar until the actual poster was made, and he was sitting in his doctor's office, and he called me after I sent him the poster, and he says, "Dadgum you, Mike." I said, "You got me this time." So he's pretty excited, about it, with all the peers and everything that work with him in world class, and not just world class, NWA and all that.
Absolutely, and I've seen, like you said, there's going to be some guys, some wrestling as well, not just the chance for meet and greets, but there's going to be lots of great matches as well as for the event. Yes. Anything that you want to advertise on the card? What's the card looking like as we're heading into the event?
Well, we've got a battle royal. It's an open invitational battle royal, and the winner of that will have a trophy that will be presented to the guy that wins the battle royal.
Very good, very good. That sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait to be part of it. And I guess one last plug, where can people find out more about seeing this event in person?
In person, it would be at Gilmer Civic Center in Gilmer, Texas.
Very good. All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to do this with me. I know it wasn't very long, but I put you off quite a bit, and that's not in my character. I'm not somebody who usually is a flake, so it's my fault. I'm sorry, and I really do appreciate you putting up with my, let's do it this day, and then I'm not there, so that's my fault. I'm sorry about that. All right. So here's what I'll do. I'll transcribe this up. I'll get it out there with the John Tatum one as well, and we'll get that on all the sites. I did see that Bart posted last night some cautiously optimistic news as well. So that's something I want to get out there with him as well, that there's good news coming for his health. Yes. Absolutely. All right.
Of course, he's got a ways, for his recovery and all that stuff. He's still got to go through chemo and all that stuff. So, we still got to raise that money for him in order for him to cover all them medical expenses, and not only medical expenses, transportation to and from, and all them things too.
Absolutely. Well, I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll be in contact with you on Facebook, and I'll provide all the links on the website when I post this up there too.